Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Maureen Achu. I'm a food, family and lifestyle vlogger. I live in the UK, and yeah, I'm a Nigerian. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always tuning in, always coming through, always clicking on my videos and always being there. So guys, today's video is a collaboration video. Oh my goodness, today's video is a collaboration with my beautiful, amazing, wonderful YouTube friend and sister Geraldine of the Afro Food Diary. We've done a collaboration before. I'm going to put a link of that video on the description for you guys to see. She's an amazing and wonderful sister. So guys, please support my sister. Go to her channel, show her some love, tell her you're from me. Oh my goodness, Geraldine is a very good cook. So her channel is all about food, cooking, and yeah, just go to her channel, show her so much love, tell her you're coming from me. And in her channel, we're going to be doing a mukbang. You guys, you've already seen my food. Like, this is okra and ogbono. Like, it's more of ogbono and a little okra, and this is very delicious. I made this with goat meat, with cow food, and you know, some little mendes here and there, stockfish, and I added some dry fish. So yeah, this is very delicious. And I have here, this is my oatmeal oat fufu. So this is very simple to make. Like, I microwaved this after blending, so it's very easy. So guys, in this mukbang, I'm going to be answering some questions. I have about 10 questions I'm going to be answering, and Geraldine will be doing same. I'm going to put a clip of her video so you guys will see my wonderful and amazing sister. So yeah, I'll be answering some questions based on cooking and also based on you know, coming abroad. She lives in Norway and she's also a Nigerian that migrated to Norway. So guys, do check her video out and you'll see a clip of her video on this video. So stay tuned, watch till the end, and I hope you enjoy watching this video. Let's dive right into this food. My hands are clean, guys. Okay, so the first question I'll be answering here says, what was the first Nigerian food you cooked? The first Nigerian food, you guys, I haven't even seen some of these questions because I know I sent some questions to her and she sent some to me, but hers I haven't gone through them, so I'll think a little. So pardon me, guys. So the first Nigerian food I cooked was okra soup. Like, the first Nigerian food I ever cooked was okra soup. Because back in those days, growing up, my dad used to love okra. Anything okra and draw is my dad's #1 soup. So it's something that we cook often at home. So that was my very first Nigerian, you know, food that I ever cooked. The second question, what was the first food preparation you messed up, like ruined? If I can remember, the first soup of food I ever ruined is okra, the same ogbono and okra. I remember growing up, you guys, growing up, when I started cooking, I didn't really know how to cook very well, especially when it comes to that okra and ogbono. In fact, when it comes to almost everything. But because okra and ogbono is something that we cooked often, my mom will always ask me to go and make okra. So when I go to make okra, it's either there's too much. Sorry, guys. I think I need to drink water. It's either there's too much salt in that okra soup or there's too much pepper. This is good. So it's either there's too much salt or there's too much pepper. Especially salt. Salt was my problem. I didn't really know how to put salt to kind of test well on the soup. It's always so much. Always so much. So now what happened is that every time my father tests my soup, then Every time my dad tests my soup, then my father, when it's not good, especially when I started newly, my dad would be like, pianagba. I can't forget that at all. My dad would be like, pianagba. And in Nigeria, in Igbo, pianagba means anything that you eat that will slap your mouth. That is not very good. You know when you eat like agbalomo, udara, you eat udara that is not very sweet. How it used to slap the mouth. My dad will now say, pianagba. Once my dad eats and says pianagba, I'll just know that I'll just know that there's too much. I'll come to him, Mpa, what is wrong? He'll say, too much salt. Too much salt. I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. He'll say, too much salt. Next time, just reduce the salt, okay? And I'll say, okay. Then another problem that I used to have with that ogbonna and okra is the way I'll add water. The water will be just so much, so that you won't even see anything. You won't even see anything in the soup. So when I just hear that, anytime I hear that, I'll just know that my dad is not very good. My mom will now say, okay, it's because you added too much water or you added too much salt. And my case was always salt. So then, now, what happens is that any day I prepare it very well, my dad will eat and call me and say, hey, mommy, because my dad calls me mommy. My dad will be like, mommy, this is so good that I made it very well. And my dad would be like, okay, I'll dash you money, okay? And my dad would dash me money. So, another thing my mom taught me is that I should not put salt. I should just stop. Since I wasn't adding salt very well, she just said, okay, stop adding salt. So ogbono and okra was that soup that I messed up so many times when I was preparing it.
Hello, Maureen Achu's family. Thank you so much for watching our collaboration video. I appreciate it so much. Maureen must have introduced this video, so you know exactly what to expect right now. I'm going to be talking about my experience living abroad, okay, in 5 different questions. So the first question is, what is the most embarrassing experience you've had living abroad? There is actually not one or two. I think it crops up once in a while, especially around technology, learning to use new things, because you know everything is digitalized in a way. So for instance, when you get to the doctors, the very first time I didn't know that you had to like pick a card. So I sat waiting for a while, not realizing I was supposed to pick a card and wait. So you are called according to the number on the card you picked. You know, that kind of a thing. Then imagine waiting for over 20 minutes or so before you realize that is exactly what you should have done. That is embarrassing, right? Yeah. So another one is around the language. Norway is not an English speaking country. We speak Norwegian here. And I don't know, but it's embarrassing to sit in a group of people who are discussing something obviously interesting and you can't make a single contribution to the discussion. It makes you feel uninteresting. Like people will be, why is this person this quiet, unnecessarily quiet? Not because you are a very quiet person, but because you actually don't know what to say in the language they are using. That is embarrassing, guys. Yes, it is embarrassing. What was the first Nigerian food you prepared? And to that, thinking about it now, I don't actually remember exactly what it was, but it has to be white yam. You know, the yam you boiled yam, the type you eat with just fresh palm oil, okay? So that has to be the first food I prepared because I like yam so much and we had a lot of it growing up. How old were you is the next question. I don't remember my age, but I was below 10. Someone will say, 10, that's too young. Well, in Nigeria, we start very early to sit around our moms in kitchen to assist while they cook, not necessarily cook the food, but like maybe pound pepper, pound all those small errands around cooking back in Nigeria. So that is why 10, below 10, somewhere around 7, between 7 and 10 is not bad. And how did it turn out? Well, I can't remember how it turned out, but I think it was okay enough for us to eat it then.
This is so good. This one is nice. Another question here says, what do you think about learning to cook nowadays compared to 2 decades away? Anyways, for me, I feel like learning how to cook nowadays is super easy and simple, because you have a lot of places to go to learn how to cook. You have YouTube videos to go to. You have Instagram. You have Google to even check to see if this can go with this. Can I use this to make this? Sometimes Google shows that, especially when it comes to like maybe things like vegetables, fruits, you can ask Google. Like I remember I can ask Google that, can I add lemon to this? Can I add lemon to that? And Google will tell me. But when it comes to other food, I don't know if you can ask Google. But I feel like cooking nowadays is a bit easier, because you can always go to Google. A lot of people are cooking. You can learn from so many people. And then, aside that, nowadays you can easily find out that some of these things are already made. Like if you want to make ogbono, maybe some ogbono are already, blended or grinded. If you want to make egusi, you find out that some of these egusi have already been peeled. I remember back in those days, whenever we want to make egusi soup, my mom will measure it in different, as in cup, and give to all of us to start peeling. Sometimes when we bring egusi, my mom usually brings egusi from the village. She will bring them and we'll be peeling them. When you come back from school, you peel your egusi and peel as much as you can and stock. And then my mom will now blend it. That was like in my own house back in those days. But these days, you don't even have to go through all those process. You can just go to the market, buy like already blended or already processed, foodstuffs, and then come back home and make. So cooking these days is a lot easier. Another question here is, how old were you when you cooked for the first time, and how did you feel first time you cooked? So I think I was up to 11-12 years when I cooked for the first time. Yeah. And how did I feel? Or to be honest, I really wanted to cook, because in my house, my elder sister was the one that was always cooking, and I really wanted to get the chance to be able to cook. So I remember back in those days, I was begging my mom, "Mama, please now let me cook, let me be the one to cook." And she was like, "Okay, cook, and I'll show you how to." So I think I was about 11, 12, if I can remember, and it was really fun. Like I wanted it. It was fun for me to cook, even though I messed up. Yeah. Next question here says, have you ever had any cooking fails, and what was your family's reaction when they tested it? Oh my god, I've said that before. I've had lots of cooking fails, and my dad would be like, pianagba, pianagba. My dad would be like what I made is slapping the mouth, like it's not very good, you understand? Okay, so this question says, what was one thing you packed too much while moving abroad? So guys, I'm a lover of clothes. Like I love clothes so much. It's even here that in this abroad that I feel like, oh, I'm not going to anywhere. Where am I wearing clothes to? The thing I packed so much while coming to this country was clothes. So guys, clothes. Meanwhile, we have a lot of clothes in this country. So I packed all my traditional, all of them, and then all my wrappers. Like, when you have wrappers that you have not touched at all. I remember I used to sell wrapper materials. So I had a lot of wrapper materials. I had a lot of beautiful laces that I wanted to come with. I didn't want to leave them back in Nigeria, and these were new ones. These were some of them things I've never touched. A lot of new clothes that I've never worn before. So clothes were the things I packed and packed. I had like 3 boxes That was what I packed so much. And then unfortunately, when I got to the airport, there was just no way I could travel with all those clothes, and I ended up sending a lot of them. So yeah, my younger brother that came with me to the airport had to carry about 2 boxes because I had boxes filled with clothes. So clothes was just one thing that I packed so much when I was coming to this country. Yeah. Okay, so next question says, what is the one thing you wish you knew before moving abroad? One of the things that I truly wish someone had told me before moving abroad is the fact that it is lonely here. I didn't think it was going to be lonely here. Why? Because I have my husband, I have like my daughter, so why will I be lonely? I have my family. So I didn't know it would be so lonely here when I came initially. Oh my goodness, loneliness was what just put me off when I came here initially. So yeah. So guys, the last and the final question here says, how do you feel as a black person living abroad? How do I feel as a black person living abroad? Well, to be honest, I don't feel different. Maybe because of the way the people here are. The people here are friendly. The people here are very nice. But then, as someone that is black, in fact, to be honest, I don't really feel any difference. I feel like in the midst of 10 white people, there is one black person, or in the midst of 15 or 20 white people, there is one black person. I'm not treated differently, so I don't really feel uncomfortable or not happy that I'm black, or that sense of being so different in a bad way. No, I don't feel different at all in a bad way, because I'm treated well. I'm treated like every other person. But then I just feel like when I come to maybe a gathering, the first thing that is always on my mind is to look out for any other person of color. Am I the only one of color? Is there any other person that is like me, like my skin color? So that is what I always look out for. So it's just my instinct telling me, oh, you're different. But it's not like I'm different. I feel different in a bad way, kind of. No, you guys, I need to drink water, beg. I think I've been talking for too long. Yeah. So guys, yeah, that is the last question. So I'm going to quickly finish my food and we're going to end this video. But this was so good filming. This was so good filming. You guys, please watch out for Geraldine's video. She'll be answering all these questions also in her channel. In the comment section, how many people like cow foot in their soup? If you like cow foot in your soup, let me know in the comment section. I love cow foot so much. In any of my soup, it just has to be there. This is remaining small, so try to use it to finish my soup. And another thing, I'm the kind of person that I love plenty of soup. I literally eat soup than even eat poundo. And then there's this thing I do. I don't know if any other person does that. So let me know in the comment section. I can just put soup in a plate and use my spoon and be eating the soup like my meal. I remember growing up, my mom would say, "Ina wofe," Inagofe means that like you eat too much of soup. So when my mom is putting soup for me, after putting soup for, because we eat like we're plenty of us, we eat. Remember, I used to eat with my brothers, three of us, I and my two younger brothers, then my sister and my two other older brothers would eat together. So when they put soup for us, I'll finish my own fast. I'll finish our own soup fast. Meanwhile, the other people are still eating their own. So my mom will be like, I know you're the one. I know you're the one that finished this soup. In our gofe. In our gofe. And I've been like that. Like, I love soup. So guys, I'm going to finish this off the camera, and I'm going to say a very big thank you to all of you for clicking on this video and for watching till this point. Thank you so much. Please go to Geraldine's channel, the Afro Food Diary. I'm going to put a link of her video on my description, and also in my comment section I'm going to pin her comments in my comment section. So check her out, support her, and show her a lot of love. Tell her you're coming from my channel. She'll also be doing a mukbang and answering all those questions. And yes guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video with me, because I truly enjoyed filming it, and it reminded me about a lot of old memories, the questions I answered here, and I'm happy I'm able to share this with you all. So thank you so much guys for always clicking, always watching, always being there, always coming through. And please if you're seeing my face for the very first time, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button. Be a part of my family, be a part of this journey, my YouTube journey, and my experience in Obodo, because I am one of the reasons why I started up this channel was because I wanted to be sharing my lifestyle, my experience living abroad on this channel. So guys, be a part of my family, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye guys.